Have you ever noticed the way your dog looks at you when nothing is happening? Not when you're holding food, not when you're grabbing the leash, not when you're about to do something exciting. I mean those moments when the house is quiet, when you're sitting on the couch scrolling on your phone, when you're cooking and half lost in thought, when you're lying in bed doing absolutely nothing. Your dog just looks at you, calm, still, present. And if you've ever caught that look and felt something in your chest, like it meant more than just a glance, then you already understand more than you think. Because your dog doesn't see you the way most people assume they do. They don't see you as an owner. They don't see you as the human who feeds me or the person I live with. They see you as their mother. Not in a cute metaphorical way, but in a deep, instinctive, emotional way that shapes how they experience the world. And once you truly understand that, a lot of the little things your dog does, the things you might joke about or brush off, suddenly take on a completely different meaning. Before we keep going, if videos like this mean something to you, subscribing really helps us keep making them. Dogs don't understand ownership the way humans do. They don't understand rent, rules, or schedules. They don't understand why you leave every morning or why you come back tired at night. They don't understand responsibility or obligation. What dogs understand is safety, routine, and presence. Those are the foundations of their emotional world. And those are the exact same things a puppy looks for in their mother. That's where the bond really begins. Not with training, not with discipline, not with commands, but with consistency. With the person who is always there. The person who smells familiar. The person whose presence makes the environment feel predictable and safe. Think about the way your dog watches you throughout the day. Maybe it happens when you are cooking and you suddenly feel eyes on you. Maybe it's when you are on your phone and you look up to find them staring quietly from across the room. Maybe it's when you're lying in bed and you feel that familiar gaze without a sound being made. It's not demanding, it's not anxious, it's just there. And if you're honest, you've probably smiled back more times than you can count because something about that look feels personal. Like being seen without having to explain yourself. Like being understood without having to say a word. There's science behind that look, but there's also something deeper. When dogs make eye contact with the person they're emotionally bonded to, their brain releases oxytocin. That's the same hormone that strengthens the bond between a mother and her baby. But what people rarely talk about is what that actually means in practice. Your dog isn't looking at you because they want something. They're looking at you because being connected to you literally makes them feel safe. Their nervous system calms down when you're near. Their body relaxes when they can see you. That's why they look at you when you're quiet, when you're sad, when you're tired. They're checking in, they're asking if you're okay. And at the same time, they're saying, I'm here. Once that bond exists, distance becomes uncomfortable. That's why your dog follows you everywhere. From the couch to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the bathroom, from room to room for no apparent reason. You're not doing anything interesting. You're not calling them. You're not offering anything. And yet there they are, right behind you. Not excited, not needy, just present. It's easy to laugh about it. Easy to say they're clingy or dramatic. But from your dog's point of view, they're not following you. They're staying close to the place where they feel safest. In nature, puppies follow their mother because she knows where danger is and where safety is. She knows which sounds matter and which ones don't. She knows where food is and where shelter is. So when your dog stays close to you, their brain isn't saying, don't leave me. It's saying, if I stay near you, everything will be okay. Distance equals uncertainty. Closeness equals peace. And that instinct doesn't turn off when the lights go out. In fact, it becomes even stronger. Nighttime changes everything for dogs. The house gets quiet. The noises fade. the world feels different. And that's when instinct takes over completely. Some dogs curl into you, pressing their body against yours like they're trying to disappear into your side. Some rest their back against your legs. Some choose the floor, but always close enough to hear you breathe. And some sleep facing the door, alert even in rest. Not because they're uncomfortable, but because they've made a decision. If something happens, they'll be the first to know. They'll be the first to react. That's not random behavior, that's protection. Sleep is when dogs are most vulnerable. It's when they can't react quickly, when they can't see or hear everything clearly, so they only sleep deeply near someone they trust with their life. Puppies sleep pressed against their mother because her warmth and heartbeat regulate theirs. Her presence tells their body that it's safe to let go. When your dog sleeps near you, they're not just resting. They're guarding what matters to them. You. And this bond becomes impossible to ignore the moment you walk out the door. When you leave the house, your dog doesn't think, they'll be back later. They don't understand time the way we do. They think, my safe place is gone. Maybe you've seen it on a camera, or maybe you just know without ever seeing it. Your dog sitting by the door, not moving, not playing, not sleeping, just waiting. And what hurts a little, once you really think about it, is realizing they don't wait like that for everyone. They wait like that for you. Because to them, you're not just someone who comes back. You're the moment their nervous system relaxes. You're the moment the world feels normal again. That's why when you return, their whole body softens. The tension drops, the tail wags differently, the breathing changes. It's like they've been holding their breath without realizing it. Your return isn't routine, it's relief. And if this is sounding familiar, if you're sitting there thinking, that's exactly my dog, you're not imagining it. This bond is real, and it's deeper than most people ever talk about. Now think about the small things, the things that seem insignificant, like toys. When your dog brings you a toy, it's easy to think it's just about play. Easy to assume they're bored or looking for attention. But puppies bring objects to their mother to share, to connect, to invite interaction. It's their way of saying, this matters to me. So when your dog drops a toy at your feet, they're not demanding anything. They're inviting you into their world. They're including you. That same instinct shows up when you're not okay. Dogs feel emotions before words exist. They notice changes in your breathing, your posture, your scent. They notice when your energy shifts. That's why dogs sit next to people who are crying, even when no one calls them over. That's why they lie beside someone who hasn't said a single word. They don't try to fix it. They don't need explanations. They do what a mother does for a distressed puppy. They stay quiet, present, close. And what's beautiful is that your presence does the same thing for them. When you touch your dog and they instantly calm down, that's not training. That's regulation. Your voice, your smell, your touch all tell their nervous system that everything is okay now, that they're safe, that they're not alone. That's the role of a mother. And this leads to the most important part of all. Dogs don't stay because they're trapped. They stay because they choose to. Even in homes full of people, dogs almost always choose one emotional center, one place where everything feels stable, one presence that feels like home, the one they go to when they're tired, when they're scared, when they're overwhelmed. That choice isn't random. It's trust. That's why your dog doesn't just love you. They trust you. They don't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to have everything figured out. They just need you to stay. And if your dog is near you right now, take a second. Look at them. Give them a hug. Because to them, you're not just their human. You're their safe place, their comfort, their home. And I'd love to know, what's the one thing your dog does that makes you feel chosen? I'll see you on the next one.